We have breaking news this trade deadline day out of Detroit as GM of the Tigers, Aussie makes a huge move. He is sending 3 players to Toronto and getting Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in return. For more, we cross live to local reporter Big Daddy Bling. Vladdy, we're gonna win the World Series, man. Let's go Tigers! Let's go Tigers! Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Detroit. It is Season 8, Episode 6, and today, change of plan, we are going to Toronto and we are going with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in our lineup. What a trade this is, if I don't say so myself. We've been very, very busy since last episode in the trade market, and, well, I do love me some Vlad Jr., and we've got him at the Tigers. Now, he's on $29.2 million for the rest of this year, and then next year as well we've got him. So we've got him for more than just this season. I don't know why he was traded on the trading block for the Blue Jays, and I just went in see what they wanted for him, and let's see what we had to give up. The first man was Contreras. Now, he was a decent starting pitcher for us. I just never quite got exactly what I wanted out of him, if I'm completely honest. So that was his $7.3 million off the salary as well. The second man we gave up was Mike Ruff. He was on $3.5 million. He was already a little bit unhappy with us. He wanted to be a starting pitcher, and so it just seemed like he was always a little bit disappointing too, wasn't he, this season particularly? So again, we got rid of him. Got rid of's harsh. We traded him. And the other man was Louis Vega. Now, not our main Vega, but another one, and he could be quite decent. So we've sort of given up a potentially good prospect to get Vlad in, but I look at it as in we have a lot of good outfielders, you know, in the farm system. So I was okay with letting him go because he may develop, he may not, and we've got Vlad. Now, that obviously left us with a little bit of a hole in the pitching, having lost 2 guys. We've actually lost a third as well, and I'll show you him in just a second. But to try and fill that, Brandon Lowe, who we saw briefly up in our Major League side this year, and then ultimately I dropped him back down again. So we traded him, and in return we got someone for the pitching staff, Taj Bradley. Now, he is a better reliever than he is starter. He's a solid starter, though, and you know, my plan is that he will, in the medium term, end up back in the bullpen. So yeah, he's come in for this. Well, he's here for this season. He's a free agent at the end of this year. So if he doesn't work out, we don't have to keep him. We may not have a choice because Vlad does come with a little bit of money. Now, the other pitcher that we lost was Ian Seymour. He was a free agent at the end of this year. He wasn't interested in renegotiating with us. He doesn't get on with Stephen LaRudd, which surprises me, but anyway. So we traded him to Houston, and we got back in return Ivan Aldana. Now, he is more of a prospect than a now player, but very, very strong defensively, and potentially not the worst hitter. He probably will have a better on-base percentage than the average, but his batting average may not be brilliant. But we'll see what happens. And I mean, he's one of those players. He's a useful player to have around, so I don't think we'll be worse off for having him. Now, add to that a bit of an ever-growing injury list. Luis Garcia is out for 2 weeks, and Manny Williams, who you may remember had come in to replace C.J. Abrams, who was injured, he has also found himself on the injured list as well. Now, since last episode, I'm just checking I've covered everything. Vlad Jr., we've done that. Yep, everything else doesn't matter. So since last episode, we have won 13 of 23. Now, of course, we did leave off with the loss to Seattle. We actually came back and won the rest of that series, which was really, really nice, obviously. Tight series, but they're the best team in baseball, so it's not a terrible place to be. We then went to Houston. We won 2 of 3 against them. Baltimore just... yeah, annoyingly, they won 2 of 3 in Detroit, and the only one we won was in extra innings, so that's a bit of a bummer. We went to LA, we lost a tight one, we won 2 tight ones, so again, not bad because the Angels are a decent side, I believe. Cleveland came to town, we cleaned them up 3-0 and then lost the other 2 games. Otani's Texas Rangers came to town, we won 1-1, lost 1 there in June over to August, and we absolutely blew them away 10-1. Texas, no, who's that? Tampa. We lost the first 2 games there, but won game 3. And then we faced Boston. We won 2 and we lost 1. So, yeah, that gives us a 13-3 record since last episode. And that leaves the standings looking like this. We are second in the division, 4.5 games behind the White Sox. And if we look at the wild card race, you can see we're right up there. The Angels, as I say, are a good team. The Mariners are a good team. So, we're doing okay, though it is a very, very, very close wild card race. So, we could just as easily find ourselves completely out of it very, very soon. But anyway, let's not think like that. League leaders, Abrams, despite missing, I think, 6 weeks at this point, 5 or 6 weeks, is still, 12 stolen bases clear of Xavier Edwards. So he's absolutely dominating that. I mean, he could have had 100 stolen bases this season if he wasn't injured, I think. Unfortunately, everybody else, though, has dropped off on their form. So we don't have anybody else in the leading contenders. So this is how the pitching staff looks. Now, there's a lot of new players we're going to have to run through here. We're kind of in a bit of an experimental stage with the pitching staff right now. So Taj Bradley, we've already seen him. He's into the starting rotation. He has today's start as well, so we'll get a nice early chance to have a look at him. The other players that have come in is Bo Brisket. Now, he's done very well in AAA for a few seasons now, so he's earned a chance. We'll see how he gets on. The other new man that come into the bullpen is Kaida Montero. Again, a guy that's done well for us in AAA recently. So, yeah, Gerton has found a little bit of form back. We, of course, have Sasaki to come back into this starting rotation as well. And we've got our young superstar who's back from injury in AAA. And he could be back in sooner rather than later. I'm trying to get to the expanded roster for him. I don't know exactly how it works. I guess if he gets caught up, he'll be on the minimum wage and his major league service time will start. But anyway, that is that. Let's have a look at these new boys. So Bo Brisket, as I say, he is 31 now. He's been around for a while. He makes road trips fun, which is always a good thing to have. He's just very, very solid. Now, if we look at his career to date, we can see he's been with us in AAA since 2022, and he's done well. I mean, outside of those first 2 seasons, perhaps, he's been right on the fringes of me calling him up for a while now, and this was his chance. So hopefully he takes it for us, and there's no reason to think that he won't. He's a very, very experienced AAA pitcher. And the other guy that's being called in is a 29-year-old Venezuelan, Montero. Again, he's very, very solid. He's a simple man who enjoys simple pleasures. And, we can see there, as I say, he's solid. You wouldn't want him as a starter, I don't think. But as a bullpen pitcher, he could do just fine for us. And again, his career to date, he's been with us for a while now. And he's been sort of AAA for the last few years. And you can see there, his ERAs have been below 2. For 2 of the 3 seasons. Just 1 year there, he went down to AA for some reason. But anyway, he's done very well in AAA. Again, someone else that is more than worth their shot at Major League Baseball. Which brings us on to the hitters. Now, there is a little bit of change here. Now, we've got to remember, we've still got CJ Abrams to come back into this lineup. He will most likely come back in for Aldana. And yeah, so he's still got to come back in, and if we can fit him in somewhere, Luis Garcia as well. So I'm very excited about our batting now. We've definitely weakened our pitching, I think, although I don't know that we're going to be that much weaker once we get players back from injury. And the batting just looks almost, I want to say, formidable at this point. So the changes that we've made, obviously injured has been Garcia and Williams, so Aldana is one of the players that has come in. Vlad Jr. obviously has come in. Now this is going to be his major league stats, not his stats with us. And the other player that has come in is Molino, I think, came back in for Ford, who wasn't doing particularly well. He may have been injured actually as well. So yeah, that's our lineup or our outfield players for now. I believe that is everything caught up on. I've already shown you Aldana, haven't I? So let's go check the lineups as we go to Toronto, and we're going to show off Vlad Jr. as we get there. And here we go. Now, as I say, we've got to bring CJ Abrams back in, and I'm just really excited about it. about our team, but the matchups don't look fantastic here, do they? So Xavier Edwards will lead us off at third base. Childers bats second in center field. Errol Vera bats third at second. Vlad Jr. is the first baseman now. He cleans up. Tony Vega is going to bat 5, doesn't have a hitter. Molino at 6 is in left field. It is Takazawa in right field batting 7. Blake Hunt, the catcher, batting 8. Lopez, the shortstop, bats 9. Taj Bradley is on the mound. We're up against Alejandro Meline for them. He has a 5-6 record, an ERA of over 5 this year, a WHIP of 147. So let's hope that our new boy does well, and then boy does lives up to those numbers, even higher perhaps. So welcome back to one of our old stomping grounds, Mohampton Jr. Of course, we traded to Toronto, and he's actually developed into an annoyingly good player, to be honest. But anyway, Xavier Edwards is the leadoff man with no CJ Abrams. Now, like I say, you put back in this lineup CJ Abrams. You also put back in Obina, who's got a little bit of a day-to-day knock, and it suddenly looks very, very good as Xavier Edwards strikes out, bringing Childers to the plate. He's batting 287 this year, has dropped off a little bit since those early days of the season, but still having a very, very good rookie year. But that will be out at first. And it will bring in, the DJ's in their lineup. It'll bring in Errol Vera. And now my plan defensively, when everybody's back fit, is that Vera will move over to third to replace Garcia and or Edwards, depending on how you look at things. And so Vera will move over to third. Abrams will play second, and Urbina will come back in to play left field, and then we'll just sort of see, we'll need to get somebody to sort of squeeze into right field for us. But I think all of a sudden, that is looking quite good. Now, the other thing, too, to consider with the money, as Taj Bradley gives up a leadoff single. Now, yes, we've got him on 29 million, that him being Vlad Jr., but the way I look at it is that we've also given up about 10, was it? Oh, Jesus Christ, Blake. Well, this is not going well. 2 on, no one out, and it's Bo Bichette to the plate. So we've given up about 10 million in salaries. So has Bo just hit a home run? Well, this is not going to plan. What was supposed to be the glorious return to Toronto of Vlad Jr. is 3-0 down, no one out. And Martinez coming up to the plate. And that is hopefully the first... No, it's not. Jesus Christ. 4 batters, no one out. What is Taj Bradley doing? He's definitely a bullpen pitcher. Tesco Hernandez will come in now. Is this the first out? Oh, Jesus Christ, Taj. This game could be over in the first. Max Kepler will come in now. We've... Larud, you might need to make a change here, mate. Gabriel Marino comes in, 3-0 down, loaded bases, no one out. I already don't like him. He's a free agent at the end of this year, right? 4-0 down, no one out. The DJ comes in, batting 167. And that could be a double play. It is. So we're 5-0 down. Suddenly it's 2 out. Runner at third. And it is Mohampton Jr., the former Tiger, to the plate. And Mohampton does what we saw a lot of from him. And a disastrous first inning for us there. And, well, the boos ring out as Vlad is back. It's a 1-2 pitch. And what can he do? Vlad Jr. Vlad Jr. Nuts! Gone! Oh, we love the boos. We love them. We feed on them. 396 feet. And Vlad Jr. back in Toronto. You couldn't make it up. Home run. Magical stuff. Tony Vega is the new man to the plate, batting 262 this season. And he takes the first pitch he sees to third base, and that will be 1 away. It'll bring up Michael Molino, batting 226. He did okay in his spell back in AAA, which is why we've caught him back in, though he's been caught watching strike 3 there. Bringing Takazawa in, again batting 226. And he has been a 275 hitter pretty much his entire career with us. He gets himself an infield hit there. So I'm really hoping that he sort of picks up at the end of the year to get himself back up to those numbers. Blake Hunt now batting 227. Blake Hunt has hit it straight to center field, and that will do it. Vlad Jr. pulls back a run, but we are still 5-1 down. Taj Bradley will continue to Alponte, who is 1 for 1. Back up to the top of their order. And he has hit it into centre field. Oh, it's a good catch, is it? Troy Childers. Oh, he's injured. And he's able to shake it off. He Taylor Swifts it. And it will be Juan Perez now, who is 0 for 1. He walked, I think, did he, for the first time around? Oh, but he might have got the... He was the error, wasn't he? So that is 2 down. Much better from Taj. To be fair to him, only 3 of those runs are earned. And he did, of course, I think he walked 2 of them in. This is the man who hit the home run last time up. This time he pops it up. And much, much better from Taj Bradley there. Hopefully just some first start nerves. All right, it is Jose Lopez in for us now, batting 211 this season. It's a 1-2 pitch, and he takes it through the right side of the infield for a leadoff single. Now, he's actually hit his 100th career double since we last saw him. Xavier Edwards now comes in. He is 0 for 1 today. You may notice he had 100 hits this season. He's not going to add to that there, though, as he pops it up into centre field, and Mo Hampton makes the catch. And it will bring Troy Childers up, 1 out, 1 on. And Troy Childers pops it up into left field. And in now will come Errol Vera, 2-out runner at first. Now, Errol Vera has hit his 250th RBI since last episode. There goes the runner, not even close. Lopez is a shockingly bad, I don't know about base runner, but just stealing. He has decent pace. He should be much better at it, but I think the attributes are wrong, to be honest. I just don't see him as that being that good. As the Jays get a leadoff single into right field. It'll bring in Tesco Hernandez, who walked, I think, last time up. Or did we hit him? He strikes out this time, though. So 1 on, 1 out. Now Kepler to the plate, who I think walked or got hit or something last time up. Bit of a wild one there from Taj. Runner will go to second. And it'll be a full count now. And he issues a 3rd walk in 3 innings. And thank Christ for that. He is gone. And it'll be a chance for us to get a look at Montero. He has an ERA of 2.25, early days in his major league career, of course, and that could be a double play. There's 1, there's 2, and that is how you do that. No more runs for the Jays, and it will be Vera to come back in again. A 3-0 pitch. Can he get himself on base? He can. And in will come Vlad Jr. to the sound of boos once more. A 3-1 pitch. He walks. 2 on, no 1 out now for Tony Vega. An 0-1. Tony Vega, that could be double play. That could be a double play. He's the slowest man on earth, and he is. Out at first. Runner goes to 3rd, and Ken Molino now driving a run for us. A 2-2 pitch, and that de-escalated quickly, didn't it? So we get nothing. And the DJ will come in for them. He is 0 for 1 today. It's a 3-0 pitch, and Montero starts us off with a walk. In will come Mo Hampton Jr., who's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. He strikes out again. 1 down, runner at first. Montero to Aponte now, who is 1 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. A ground ball. It might be a double. It was sharply hit. No, it's just 1. So 2 out, runner at first now with Juan Perez to the plate. He is 0 for 2. I didn't know anybody in this lineup was still 0 for. He strikes out again. They've only had 4 hits, actually. They really haven't been hitting the pitching. We've just been giving them a lot of base runners. Takazawa will lead us off. He's 1 for 1 today. It's a 1-2 pitch. Takazawa gets it into left field. Oh, and is Takazawa about to come good for the end of the season? And we could really use him coming good at the end of this season. Blake Hunt is the man to come in now. A full count. There goes Takazawa. Oh, it's a double play. 2 out, no 1 on for Lopez. He's 1 for 1 today, of course. And Lopez will end the 5th. And let's go see what we can do. Ball in hand. Montero will continue to Bo Bichette, who has a 3-run home run to his name already today. It's a full first pitch swing, a ground ball. And Vlad Jr. gets his old mate out at first. All right, Martinez comes in now. 2 for 2 today. A first pitch swing. And that is popped up. In comes Takazawa. And that will be 2 away, sorry. Tesco Hernandez, who's 0 for 1. It is a first pitch swing. And it's a ground ball. Vlad has it and gets the out to finish the inning. And it's looking as though just a devastatingly bad first inning is going to cost us quite a lot here. As Xavier Edwards gets a leadoff walk. Now he can steal a base. Childers comes in. He's 0 for 2 today. A 1-2 pitch. Childers watches strike 3. It might be when we sort of get our first choice lineup back in as Vera strikes out for 2 away, that perhaps Childers drops back down the order at this point. Anyway, Vlad Jr., he's 1 for 1 with a walk, 2 out, 1 on, 2-2 pitch, and Vlad Jr. strikes out as well. And that will do it for the top of the 6. I mean, it's 4 hits each. It's really not been as one-sided as the score makes it look. Montero to continue. Montero with a strikeout, and what a job he is doing. Montero to Montero now, who's 0 for 1 with an RBI. He must have been the man that walked in the run. Or was at the plate when you know what I mean. As he pops it up to Childers, so that is 2 away now. The DJ comes in. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. And that is straight back up the middle. Oh, it's a stunning catch from Vera, showing he can play more than just first base, and that will do it. We'll go to the 7th. Tony Vega will lead us off 0 for 2 today. It's a full count. And Tony Vega, that looked like it might have been ball 4 as well. And that will do it for the pitcher, who apparently doesn't give up 5 runs every start. It is Francis Hernandez coming in now. His ERA this season is 6.55, so their pitching is not great, is it? And still, we've only scored 1 run. My all-star batting lineup is not looking particularly strong just now, is it? As that is 2 away. Takazawa, who is 2 for 2 today, having a nice day at the plate. First pitch swing. And his day at the plate will end there. And we stretch. It's 4 hits each, but we're losing 5-1. So welcome back. Montero to continue to Mo Hampton, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch, and that is a ground ball. It is fielded by Lopez over to first for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Alponte now, who is 1 for 3. It's an 0-1 pitch, and it is back up the middle, and it will be a 1-out single. Is Montero just starting to get a little bit tired. He's done a brilliant, absolutely stunning job so far. There goes the runner. Can Hunt nail him down? No. So 1-out runner at second now. Perez with an 1-2 pitch, and he grounds it to the shortstop. Out at first. Runner goes to third. And it will be Bo Bichette coming in 1 for 3 today. But what a one it was. The 3-run home run. A 2-2 pitch. That should end the inning. It does. Montero, absolutely brilliant, mate. I'm assuming that'll be it for him, but he has really steadied the ship after a shocking start for us. It'll be Blake Hunt to lead us off. He is 0 for 2 today. A first pitch swing. Blake Hunt gets it into center field. It will drop in for a leadoff single. It's base runners that we need, and it's a base runner we've got. Lopez now, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Lopez strikes out, 1 away. Top of the order, Xavier Edwards. He is 0 for 2. It's a first pitch swing. Xavier Edwards gets it into right field. That will be runners at first and second. For a horrible moment, I thought Hunt was going to try and get the third. 1 out, 2 on for Childers, who's had a shocking day so far. 0 for 3. Oh, and Childers gets into left field. It drops in. Now, is it going to score Hunt? He had to sort of tag up and wait, but it loads the bases with 1 away. Tying run to the plate. It's Errol Vera, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. Errol Vera pops it up into center field. Is it deep enough? Blake Hunt is not quick, and it leaves the bases loaded for Vlad Jr. He couldn't, could he? He's already got 1 home run today. It's an 0-2 pitch, and he is a drop in. You feel like with that part of the lineup up, we needed something from that inning. We're now out hitting them as we go to the bottom of the 8th, but we are still behind. Kalina Sawyer comes in. His ERA this season is 5.35. I've always found him frustrating. He is better than his stats suggest, but we just don't ever quite see it from him. He's got a first pitch out there, though, as Molino makes the play. Tesco Hernandez comes in. He's 0 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch, and that is a ground ball to Vlad, and that'll be 2 away. And can we end the inning here? Max Kepler comes in, 0 for 1. It's a full count, 2 out, no one on, and he walks. All right, Marino, who is 0 for 2 today, a first pitch swing. He pops it up into right field, and it's a stunning catch. It was more than a pop-up, but Takazawa got there. And we go to the top of the 9th. We need 4 runs, and Tony Vega will lead us off 0 for 3 today. It's a 2-2 pitch. Tony Vega will not beat an infield. No, there's no way. That's 1 away. All right, Michael Molino even. 0 for 3 today. Just keeping the seat warm for Rabina, and he strikes out. We're down to our final out, and it does look as though that first inning is going to cost us. It's Takazawa a full count. We're down to our final strike, and Takazawa grounds it to the second baseman, and he might know he is out. And Vlad's return to Toronto is not a happy one. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to say Taj Bradley maybe not so well liked just now, but I mean, every pitcher can have a bad day, but I think he is going to be, if we set him to a relief pitcher, I think he's definitely a relief pitcher for us. And the man that I have earmarked to come in sooner rather than later is this man, Deshaun Coakley. He is an absolute superstar of the future. He is coming back from quite a bad injury. He was out for 11 months, you remember. I think it was a UCL or something. So I'm just trying to give him a couple of starts in AAA. I might, having seen Taj Bradley do that, accelerate the change, and maybe he comes in, well, as I say, sooner rather than later. So it's a disappointing result also for the just in terms of our season, because we now go 5.5 games back of the White Sox, and I really want to win the division, if I'm honest. So what we might do, it's not the biggest gap, but we might come back for Game 3 here against the White Sox, and because that's, you know, that is going to be a big series, and then I think we'll know at that point if we just skip through to the end, or, you know, well, we probably will just skip through to the end, to be honest, which probably means we need to start getting your nominations for this season's MVP. I'm going to guess Taj Bradley isn't one of them. But might I suggest the general manager for getting the Vlad Jr. trade done? Anyway, I'll see you next time in... Oh, no, we'll be facing them, but to face Chicago. Take care.